The road was a ribbon of black asphalt through the empty desert, my headlights the only stars in a world swallowed by darkness. It was the kind of late where you feel like the last person awake on Earth. Driving through the American Southwest, I felt both awe and profound loneliness. The radio was just static, so I drove in silence, the hum of the engine my only company. Then, at the edge of my headlights, I saw something. A shape, too big and fast for any animal I knew. It glided alongside my car, a blur of dark fur and long limbs moving with an unnatural, intelligent purpose. My heart pounded as I pressed the gas, but the creature kept pace. Suddenly it turned its head. Its eyes caught my headlights, glowing red, burning with a chilling intelligence. Fear washed over me. This was no animal. In a blink it veered off the road and vanished into the desert darkness. I slammed on the brakes, hands shaking, breath ragged. The silence felt heavier, more menacing. I was alone again, but I knew I wasn't. Something ancient and unknown was out there in the dark. I had just encountered the legend of the Skinwalker. The desert would never feel empty again. To understand what I saw, you have to look to Navajo tradition. The Navajo, or Dine, have lived in the Southwest for centuries, their culture rich with stories and a deep connection to the land. Among their most feared legends is the Skinwalker. For the Navajo, this is not just a story, but a real and present evil, so feared that many won't even speak its name. A Skinwalker is a human who has chosen darkness, turning sacred knowledge into a weapon. To become one, a person must commit an act of ultimate evil, severing their ties to humanity and gaining supernatural power. Their most infamous ability shapeshifting into animals, coyote, wolf, owl, or crow, by wearing their skins. Skinwalkers are seen as the embodiment of evil, bringing sickness, despair, and death, and using psychological terror to torment their victims. To see a Skinwalker is a terrible omen, a real-world boogeyman haunting the vast landscapes of the Navajo Nation. Becoming a Skinwalker means rejecting humanity and embracing the witchery way, a corruption of sacred ceremonies. Initiation is secret, involving dark rituals and a pact with evil. Once initiated, Skinwalkers gain terrifying powers, shape-shifting, mind control, possession, and superhuman speed and strength. They're masters of curses, inflicting disease with corpse poison made from human remains. Skinwalkers are blamed for car accidents, livestock deaths, and unexplained illnesses. By day, they hide in plain sight. Neighbors, friends, even family, fueling paranoia and mistrust. Their evil is done in darkness, disguised as animals, making them nearly impossible to identify. The monster isn't just in the wilderness, it could be living right next door. That's what makes the legend so enduring and so terrifying. For many, Skinwalkers were just folklore until the legend came alive at Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. In 1994, Terry and Gwen Sherman bought the ranch, hoping for a quiet life, but found themselves in a path of the Skinwalker. On their first day, they encountered a massive wolf that shrugged off bullets and vanished without a trace. Soon, the family witnessed bizarre lights, strange portals, and cattle mutilations with surgical precision and no blood. UFOs hovered over their property, shadowy figures moved inside their home, and objects flew off shelves. The psychological toll was immense. Fear became their daily reality. After 2 years, the Shermans were ruined and fled, sharing their story with the world. The tale caught the attention of Robert Bigelow, a real estate mogul and UFO enthusiast. He bought the ranch determined to investigate the phenomena scientifically. Skinwalker Ranch was about to become the most studied paranormal hotspot in America. The legend was no longer just a story, it was a living mystery, and the world was watching. When Robert Bigelow bought Skinwalker Ranch, he launched a scientific investigation with the National Institute for Discovery Science, NIDS. Scientists set up cameras and sensors determined to capture hard evidence of the strange events. They documented UFOs, mysterious lights, and cattle mutilations, just as the Shermans had described. Researchers witnessed portals opening in the sky, creatures emerging, and animals killed in bizarre ways. The phenomena seemed intelligent, always evading cameras, a trickster effect. Magnetic field fluctuations and bursts of radio frequencies were recorded, but no clear answers emerged. The forces at play defied known physics, operating by rules we don't understand. Years of research yielded mountains of strange data, but no definitive proof. Bigelow's team concluded something intelligent and non-human was at work, manipulating space and time. The investigation only deepened the mystery. With science stumped, theories about Skinwalker Ranch grew wilder. Some believe it's a base for extraterrestrials, citing UFOs and cattle mutilations as evidence. Others think the ranch is home to an interdimensional portal, where beings from parallel realities cross into ours. Witnesses report doorways opening in midair, creatures and lights slipping through. Maybe skinwalkers, aliens, and ghosts are all the same, entities from another dimension, appearing in forms we can barely comprehend. The ranch could be a place where the veil between worlds is thin, explaining the diversity and elusiveness of the phenomena. Navajo legends might be early attempts to describe these encounters, shapeshifters from beyond our reality. Some say the land is cursed, attracting skinwalkers and fueling the strangeness. Perhaps the skinwalkers themselves summon these lights and portals or take on alien forms to terrify us. At Skinwalker Ranch, the lines between folklore, science fiction, and reality blur completely. Today, Skinwalker Ranch remains a mystery, now under new ownership and ongoing scientific investigation. The phenomena persist, always adapting, always one step ahead. For the Navajo, the Skinwalker is not entertainment. It's a warning about the dangers of straying from harmony. The legend endures because it challenges our understanding of reality. Are skinwalkers aliens, interdimensional beings, or ancient evil? The lack of answers is what makes the story so compelling and so terrifying. As long as there are dark places on the map, the skinwalker will haunt our imagination. It is the shadow on the edge of our world, a chilling whisper on the desert wind.